G'day and welcome back to Sherwood Park Farm on our next episode of our 24-day seasons challenge. I think we're up to episode 36. I haven't looked. It was a bit of a impromptu recording session. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that after. But I'm pretty sure it's 36. It might be 37. But anyway, who cares? Let's go. So, a bit of stuff to do. We're just currently restocking. Actually, I was meant to unload. Restock the TMR production facility there. We've just topped off some of the animal feed and the straw. I'm going to take a pile of this TMR we've got stockpiled here up to the silage storage, or the silos, sorry, and so this can start producing again. So then we know we've got plenty of supplies there for over winter. So that's now full. We currently have 2 hired workers on the fields. We have one up on, I think it was field 10, finalising our harvest. We've got a bit of dry weather at the moment, like as in we've got a bit of rain coming, but we've got a bit of overcast, a chance of rain. Our fields are dry again after the rain from the last couple of game days. So hopefully he'll finish that field harvest off, and then that would be our harvest complete finally. And then it's just a matter of continuing to maintain the production for the animals, as in looking after the animals, and then start prepping all the fields ready for winter. And also we're at the point where the wild grass is actually harvestable at the moment, so we'll start getting a whole pile of grass collected as well, so we can use some of it as hay, but then also use a lot of that for our biogas facility over the winter months, so we can keep producing there. We should get very quickly to a point where we can start selling off our fuel, our fertilizer, all that sort of stuff, so we should be pretty good. Our feed masters here, I think they're pretty much full now. 60,000 in that one. 50,000 in that one. Yep, so we've got plenty of seed stockpiled. In fact, I think we've also got some seed in the silos, possibly. No, doesn't look like it. Thought we had. Oh, that's okay. Sorry about that. Interrupted by a phone call, which was just a cold caller. Bastards. All right. So yeah. We're pretty much right there for seed. We've got plenty of production there. We have got plenty of fertilizer and all that stored up, so we're pretty much good to go. Now we did sell, I think in one of the episodes previously, we bought the horse sprayer. I'll just show you what I mean. So we did buy this fella here, this one here. I decided that we weren't going to use that, because what I'd rather use instead of that is I've gained a bit of a love for the horse fertilizer spreader from the horse DLC pack. So we just bought 2 of those. We sold it back off and bought 2 of those. That's why our funds have gone back up again. They're just sitting over there, and we're going to use those for our fertilization, mainly because we're creating so much dry fertilizer down at the biogas. It makes sense to use that up. All right, so we're going to load up with grass now, and then we're going to go feed the sheep and the cows, and then we've just got to do some water, and then we're done with the animals again. So we'll just do that very quickly. All right, so what else has been happening? Well, great news. Jerry, my good friend, Grizzly Bear Sims, he had on one of his videos that he was plugging again his pens, his handmade or hand-turned pens, made out of all the different types of woods and that he gets his hands on. And I was bitching and moaning because the day he first sort of released that, and Eustace Pharmer put his video out, I went, oh damn, I've got to go get one. Well, I wasn't able to because he didn't provide shipping down to Australia. Now, that's not a big deal, you say. Well, no, because I've got a company I go through in the States where if I buy anything from Amazon and all that sort of stuff, like all my sound recording equipment and that I've bought, and computer stuff that I get, it ships via this company, and then they on ship it to Australia. The only problem is a minimum basically of about $50 to $60 Australian for shipping, which normally for an expensive item or a couple of items you don't mind. But for a $40 to $60 pen, I couldn't justify that. So I was like quite bummed out that I wasn't able to get one of Jerry's pens. Not just the fact that I want to support Jerry, but they're a damn fine looking pen. And I certainly like to have a nice looking pen when I go into the board meeting or meetings in general. So I was thinking, oh, that'd be nice. But anyway, well, I bitched and moaned on his channel today and on his latest video, and he then advised me that he's updated it and he does now ship to Australia. So 30 seconds later, I'd purchased my pen. And not long thereafter, I got a message back from him saying, wow, that was quick. He's going to ship it for me basically tomorrow, which is fine. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So when we get the pen, I'll take some pictures of it and show it off. I certainly won't do as good as what Eustace did with his unboxing and all, but I'll certainly show it off. But I'll put a link down below for Jerry's Etsy shop. And I encourage you all to go and have a look. They look fantastic, and I'm sure that the quality of them will be apparent once I receive it as well. So thank you, Jerry. I'm looking forward to it. I just won't tell the wife. In fact, I'll give it to the wife to give it to me for Christmas. That's probably a better idea because she's struggling to get a present for me. So I'll do that, and it'll be a much cherished present. So. Other than that, what else is there? So we're going to move along. Jerry was talking about the straw add-on pack. I had another look at that today, and I was tempted. I did comment on Jerry's page that I still think it's overpriced, which I do. It works out to be just over $30 Australian, which is the same price as I can get Farming Simulator 17 for. But I don't know. We'll have a think about it. We may end up getting it after I refunded Railway Empire. Who knows? I might look at doing it. All right. So what we now need to do is actually we need to get back into the tractor and go find our water trailer, which was down at the cows, and do the water, and then we're done. And then we might take out the 550 GD there and pick up some grass. Just have a look and see what's going on. Oh, looks like they're finished with the combine. So what we might do is we'll also quickly empty the combine out, bring the last of the crop back and the harvester back to the farm, and then we'll go get some grass. The other hired hand is still flinging manure on field 4, our bigger field. So he'll be finishing off that. So he's continuing on with that. He hasn't got much manure left. He's going to have to restock shortly. But that'll be okay. We'll probably do that off camera and in between episodes. Right, so fill up the cows with their water. That's done. And it feels like I'm racing along today. I probably am. I'm at home today. I have no car. The hire car I had that was there to replace the car for my car that's in the shop from being smashed the other week. Did a bit of a bingle. It broke down, so I'm unable to get anywhere today while they take the hire car off and bring me a new one back later this afternoon. And so yeah, so I just thought I'd do a snappy recording and before I get back into some work. So we're not really rushing, but certainly trying to get it done as quick as we can and get as much done as we can. Now, it has been a bit of a hiatus. I think it's about a week or so since I've had any videos up online. Basically because I had a lot of problems with Beaver Creek. I did finish a Beaver Creek episode. It's currently uploading as I speak, as I'm recording this. So it'll be a day or two before this one. It'll be released a day or two before this one actually is available. So you would have seen it already possibly. But yeah, so we had a few problems with that, which I explained in the Beaver Creek video, so tune into that one to find out what happened there. But now we're back up and running again, so now we're going to power on through and see if we can get a bit of a stockpile going so as I can have some videos available for everyone to view over the Christmas period, because at the moment I head interstate with the family on the 16th of December, and we're gone until about the 10th of January. So for that period of time I won't have the ability to record. So I want to get a whole pile of videos done up as best I can, and have them queued up, including a special Christmas video which I'm working on at the moment. But yeah, so we'll just see how we go. But that's the plan at this stage. So we'll just finish off this strip that our hired worker missed. And then we'll offload, and then that is our harvesting done for this first game year on Sherwood Park Farm. Now, I made a comment, I think, in the Beaver Creek episode as well. I've been looking at the views and the video statistics and all that sort of stuff, because we just recently hit 200 subscribers, yay, and don't seem to be having that much interest in this series. Now, I don't know whether it's the way I'm producing, or whether it's just the fact it's too long, or what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably only going to see out the year on this series. So we'll go through until spring, and then we'll probably end this episode there, or this series there, because it isn't sort of garnering the interest. Not that it really worries me. It certainly, as I said before, on many times, it's certainly keeping my son interested, and he keeps on now coming up and telling me what I should be doing on my farm. Very hard to sort of say, no son, go away. But and if you're listening, mate, don't listen to Dad. It's all right. Don't go away. It's all right. I didn't mean it. Yeah, so I'm going to reassess what I put out in that regard. So we may change that a little. So Sherwood Park Farm will probably bite the dust. I will probably continue on playing it myself. I'm enjoying it, and in fact I might end up handing it over to my son, and he can continue it on for him to play, which I think he'd enjoy. So anyway, we'll see how we go. But that's the state of play at the moment, as far as I'm concerned with it. So we'll just see. Right, so we'll lower the header down and disconnect. Love this combine. Again, I know it's New Holland, but just love the look of it. It just looks special. Alright, so he's ready to go. What we'll do is we'll put the truck on follow me. And we'll head on back to the farm. Just slow down a bit for the gate and make sure we get the truck following behind us, instead of going any zigzag where he loses the plot. Much easier using these standard size headers than the other ones that I actually like, the Western headers, the big Australian design ones, because you can fit through the gates a lot easier. As much as I like those big headers, the problems of fitting through the gates, and also the header being longer than the reach of the pipe, made it the unloading problematic. All right, so let's pull up the map. So that's all of our fields now harvested. Field 4 looks like he's almost finished with the dung flinging, so I have to go check on him shortly. We've got our tractors down here ready to go for the ploughing, so they're parked down here ready to go. So as soon as he's finished flinging the dung, we'll put them out there. So we've got two hired workers we're going to have running that, which will be on a play course, and they'll get that done for me. And we'll continue on with collecting some grass and doing other odds and end jobs to supplement the biogas and get all that up and running again. So we need to fill up the biogas again, so producing as much digestate as we can, and then whatever grass we have left over, or we'll convert a fair bit of grass to hay, we'll then stockpile for winter, and then any excess we've got when we come out of winter coming into spring, we'll sell off. As in our stockpile of seeds and that, because obviously we're not going to be selling our grass, but we'll just use the grass for the biogas, and we'll sell off what we produce the biogas. All right. So safely back to the farm. There's not a lot of room in this shed anymore for the rest of the this harvester. We've already got 3 in there. That's all right. We'll just park him up the rear. Okay. That'll do. Near enough's good enough for government work. Alright, so we'll come and offload the K100. You need a bit of a wash. So we'll go around the other way, because we get caught up every time otherwise with the trailer. Offload the last of the soybeans. And that's it. So harvest is complete. So what we'll do is we'll just very quickly take this down to the biogas. Grass field. Hopefully it shouldn't be too long. We'll be able to, well, actually no, we won't be able to probably get another growth off that for this this part of the year. There we go, into the biogas. Good stock of compost built up yet again. So I have to be checking our greenhouse. So the next game day we'll probably do a bit of work on the greenhouse. Get all them up to speed again. Alright, so now we're back there. Welcome back. Sorry, we had a bit of a game crash again. So just as we finished parking the truck up at the biogas, the game crashed. So all we've done is we've fast forwarded to the next game day, and now we've set our 2 hired workers out onto field 4. They're now ploughing, as you can see here. They're coming around near the wind turbine. So they're off and running with the dualing ploughs. So watch as they just come around the corner. With the wonderful Zerion 5000s, with the chipped engine. Heading off on their first header row. And again, it's so easy to set this up now with the new course play, or the developer version of the course play, where you've got the multiple units functionality. So basically just setting up, when you do the actual course setup, before you start them all off, you just say there's going to be 2 units, and then you assign one to left and right in the case of having an even number, or if you have an odd number, you have a left and right and then a center, or if you have multiple left rights, you have left 1, left 2, right 1, right 2, center. You get the idea. And it maintains everything, it calculates all the offsets and all that sort of stuff for you, so it's great. All right, so in the early part of the episode, we fed the animals, we have done all that. So now what we're going to do is going to have a look and see what the status of our grass is, and see if there's anywhere we can actually mow some grass. Yeah, we can mow we might go up the back here to where the swimming pool is, and we might pick up all that grass around there. We can also get the grass around these fields. We might do that actually. We'll go and get that grass around 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So what we'll do is we'll head on over to, where is he? There, that's a good guess. All right, so we're going to grab our 550 GD and we'll head on down and collect some grass, and that'll be the take us out for the rest of the episode. I do like this unit. It's a little bit better than the old 500 Pro. The 500 Pro mod I've got has got a higher capacity in it. It's got 100,000 capacity, but it does have that niggling little problem where occasionally you can't change the gear. You can't change between forward and reverse, and it gets stuck, and you've got to sort of play around with it a little bit, jig forward and back, and it eventually releases, but it's a right raw pain. So I prefer to use this one, which we haven't had that problem with, even though it is a lower capacity. I mean, I could quite easily go and mod it and make it a bigger capacity, but I don't see the point in it, honestly. So we're going to head over here. We'll get a couple of quick loads of grass. We'll just dump them in the silo, and then what we'll do is we'll transfer them across to the biogas later on. There's no rush to get them over the biogas. It's certainly a job that we can be doing once winter hits. Like once we can't do any more field work, then it's certainly something we can be doing then. So what we might do, I think we discussed this a couple of times, I think we will definitely sow wheat into field 4 once they finish ploughing, and have that set as a winter crop, and that way we don't have to worry about that when spring comes along. We know it's all ready to go, and hopefully we should get that as a nice early crop effectively. So we'll certainly do that once they finish ploughing. So that'll be the next job, is to sow the wheat on field 4. We also do need to fertilise field 2, our other large field. So we need to get into that one as well. I don't think I've put manure down on that one, so I'll have to have a look. Anyway. Alright, so off we go with the 550 GD. I do love all the crane equipment. The amount of silage harvesters and that are available at the moment is great. The 480 to 630 version, which I've just recently done a review on, I do like that. I just like the livery that's available on that. So yeah, but I should probably get that out and use that here. In fact, that's what I could be using. I could be using the cargo as well, the GTX. Big X 1100 cargo, as opposed to the Big X Beast. Got so many options for bringing in the grass. It's not funny. And we could also be using the Abomination. I know Farmer Clone loves watching that, so who knows? We might bring that out before the end of this season. And I must get that steering wheel back out. As soon as that monitor mount arrives, I'll have the steering wheel back out. Won't make you so ditty when we're doing all the turns and stuff. Gee, I'm tongue tied today. Alright. So we're getting close to having a full load here now. There we go. Now I'll head back over and unload. Let's see where they're up to. Well, they're on their second header rope. Lovely scenic little area just down through here on this little side road. Probably won't be so scenic once we get the woodcutter in there and chops out some of that timber in there, but we'll see how we go. Run over the chickens. Actually, I haven't collected eggs for a long while either. Keep forgetting to collect the eggs. Struggling a bit up that little bit of a rise. So we've got rain coming in again today. And we've got a fair bit of rain for the rest of the week. So you can see Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have rain and we're overcast Monday, Tuesday. With today being obviously Sunday. But we'll deal with that. It won't be a problem. Alright, offload the grass. Okay, so head on over. We'll do a couple more loads of this. I won't bore you with more of that. It certainly keeps me entertained, but it may not entertain you that much. So what we'll do is we'll sign off for this episode now, and we'll come back as we're completing our ploughing of field 4, and as we set up and get our seeding going, and then we'll also check on that field there and see where we're up to with that. I have a feeling we might just have to spread some fertiliser. We might have to get the horse out there and push them along. As you can see them working side by side. Synchronised tractors. So yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. To all my subscribers, I again pass a sincere thank you for your support. For all those that leave the comments every now and again, thank you very much. I urge you all to go check out my good friends at the 3 Dudes Gaming Network. That would be Jerry Grizzly Bear Sims, and don't forget to go check out his Etsy page, which I will put in the comments down below, and check out his fabulous looking pens. My good friend, nemesis, sparring partner, and the person that sends horrible photos through to me on the email, Eustace Pharmer. Go check out his channel. You won't miss a beat with his channel. It is very funny, but just don't get caught into his web of him sending you his home photos. Trust me, they're not very fun. Anyway, and of course our good friend Farmer Klein. And yeah, so, and then also check out all the guys that are over on the PCSG website as well. Details for both those websites down below in the comments, so go check them out. Also, don't forget to check out my good friend Reefy1952. He does like to crash quite often, so we do like to keep a track on his crashes. So head on over and see what he's been doing for the last couple of days. Anyway, apart from that, this is Duckzorly at Duckzorly Gaming, and we shall see you when we next return to Sherwood Park Farm. I hope you've enjoyed being here. I've certainly enjoyed being here with you, sort of, and we will see you next time. Thanks very much. Bye.